If you want to stay up to date with all current hip hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to become part of this community. So we've been knowing about Ski Mask The Slump God's new album Sin City for some time now, and today we're going to go over everything we know about it so far, and I'm just going to give my thoughts on this. So let's start off with how this whole thing kind of rolled out. So first off, we got a couple of teasers, of course, how it always, starts leading up to an album. But then we also got this really cool trailer that people have really been talking about quite a lot. And to my knowledge, it's the first time that we actually got the name and the release date for it. In this trailer, we see Ski Mask walking into this building and asking this kind of receptionist where Johnny Dang is. Johnny Dang, if you don't know, he's a jeweler. He makes a lot of jewelry for a lot of rappers. And he had a really funny cameo in this new trailer. Ski Mask then, this all set in a very dark atmosphere, very kind of, like Slaughter, Saw type of vibe. I could see 21 Savage doing this thing, honestly. That would perfectly fit his style, but of course Ski Mask pulls it off really well. He then receives some grills that Johnny Dang has made for him, but then he also receives a set of pistols. And the next scene we see is him standing in a telephone booth with a bloody white dress shirt and, calling someone and smoking something. So this really set the tone for Sin City. Sin City itself is of course a very dark name, and we can kind of, this would be like fit for like a Batman movie. Like, I would feel like that would be the perfect type of vibe, and I think that's what he wanted to achieve. The kind of image we get at the end of this trailer also features like, a crosshair. And it says Sin City, the mixtape, so this is technically a mixtape. He doesn't want to call this an album, but it'll be released on streaming and commercially, so, technically this is an album. He then also took to social media to say the wait is almost over and gave us the cover art for it. And this again reminds me a lot of like some Batman stuff. I think this is really the vibe that he's going for. I think, with the font that he used for the Sin City logo, with the whole like black and white atmosphere, with the car that is right there, with the dog that really stands out in contrast to the white background, this really sets like a, I don't know how to describe it. It's really like a Saw movie, like some bloody red type of stuff. And I expect him to, fulfill this concept in the music as well, to go hard on, every track and make this, a record that could be compared to something like a Batman movie. He also just a couple of hours ago did a LA Leakers freestyle, which, by the way, every artist nowadays that releases like a big project or album, they do, a freestyle in LA Leakers. Now, I know that has been a thing, and artists have been doing that in their, rollout for albums or in their promotion for albums. But, thinking back, J. Cole did this, Polo G did this, like every Friday release we've had so far for the past couple of weeks, they did a LA Leakers freestyle. So it was only fitting that, Ski Mask did the same thing. But this freestyle was amazing. This man's spit, this man's flow, this man's ability to rap is out of this world, like completely. So that has me even more excited for this project. I have to be honest with you, so far I have not been the biggest Ski Mask fan. I've always, of course, known about his stuff. I listened to Stokely when it came out. That was like on repeat back then. But prior to that, I wasn't really looking into his discography that much. Of course, You Will Regret, when that came out, was also a big thing with the, when he came up with X, and also kind of his whole, affiliation with Juice and how they hung around each other and did some freestyles. Of course, I've been known about him, but this will be like the first project from him that I'm really like hyping up, that I'm looking forward to, that I'm looking to get something out of for me personally, and I hope that he's really, able to do this. Now, I really like the way, or the position that he's in right now. He's really been quiet for a long time now. He's had that single, Burn the Hoods, that released, I think it was earlier this year in January or February or December even, around Christmas, that I really like, but not necessarily for the music itself or the instrumental, because I'm not into, or not too much into those types of instrumentals, those very skeletal, raw instrumentals, but just the way he always, pulls it off, I think is commendable, and that's why I'm really excited for this. As I said, that freestyle he dropped in LA Leakers, the way he can ride a beat is just incredible. And I think he's in a position where, he's been very quiet, so every move he makes seems important and seems like something that people should pay attention to, and that is, the reason why I'm paying so much attention to this now. One thing that I want to add is that he, of course, chose a very competitive day to drop, because on the same day, Tyler, the Creator, is also dropping his new album, Call Me If You Get Lost, which, we've all been hyping up, and I think on this channel, I've made so many videos about this so far, leading up to its release, that's really like the focus on that day. Also, Doja Cat is dropping a new single, to my knowledge, and I actually want to, pull up this tweet from Ski Mask that, he replied to. Somebody said, to this, the wait is almost over, and the cover art, somebody said, who cares, Tyler drops the same day, and then Ski Mask said, yeah, I know, Tyler and Doja Cat drops the same day, I love them both, it's about to be a good day for music, but instead you want to be a hater. And I gotta commend him for this, for not trying to, perfectly time his release, but he rather says, I'm gonna drop on this day because that's what I chose for myself, and he just focuses on himself and not on other people, and that's something that I always respect when artists do this. There's of course no question that Tyler will sell more than Ski Mask. If it's the opposite, that I'm very surprised, but that's like for sure. I don't think that Doja Cat single will take away too much of the shine, because that's not something that like the core hip-hop fans look forward to or hyping up, but rather a new Ski Mask album is, of course. So I am very excited for this new Ski Mask The Slump God album, Sin City. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what he does with this whole concept of Sin City, how the trailer might be related to what we get musically, and how we, can convey this Batman concept or this Saw concept. I'm always compare it to the two of them. As for the singles, as I said, Burn the Hoods, we're not, entirely sure if that's going to be on the record. I would love it to be, but also, of course, I'm looking forward to some new stuff. I guess we kind of have the tone for where it's going musically from the whole theme and concept, so it'll be darker, it'll be dark, skeletal instrumentals with him just going off on, which I usually don't like too much. It's not my preferred style, but for someone like Ski Mask, I think that's the perfect environment for him to really show his, best abilities and to just show off what he can do, which he can do some real damage if he wants to. So I'm excited for this. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this. That's everything we know so far. It's dropping on June 25th. We got the cover art, we got a little trailer for, we got a possible single for, we know what the concept, the mood for it is, and now I want to know what you think about this. Are you excited? Have you been listening to Ski Mask longer than me? What did you think of that Burn the Hood single? Do you think it'll be on the record or not? How do you like this whole Batman Saw concept? Do you think that this will be a step up in his career and he'll be able to show some, evolution on this one? Definitely let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media and blog down in the description. It really helps me out. Until the next one, y'all have an incredible day, and y'all take care.